Kia ora, welcome back to Cornwall Cricket Club here in Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland. It is Game 6 of the 2026 Kuki Cup between the ACA Indians and the Cook Islands men's national side. My name is Bevan Jenkins of Bears Broadcasting. Do apologise, just having a few issues at the moment, so the commentary will be a little bit late. Joe Tuddy bowling to Priya Mystery. Second ball of the over, three fine leg, player back there, can't pull it in. It is 4 runs.
Did they get a single first ball? They must have. Yeah. What's that?
Alright, now got it sorted out.
Maybe he didn't, because he's only now marking his crease. So maybe Crook took first ball.
And we believe it might be 5 without loss after 3. As Priya Mystery pulls us round to deep square for 1. Cook Islands won the toss and elected to bowl first. Over in Sydney, England 42 for 1, trailing Aussie by 141 runs after Australia were bowled out earlier today. This time they take a quick single to point. 2 Cornwall players opening the batting. Jared Tuddy plays for the Greerton Cricket Club in, Bay of Plenty, Tauranga. Comes forward, presses this through cover. Wasn't really enough time, but they'll come back for 2. Had a look at the deck as that finishes the first over. 9 without loss. Had a look at the deck out there. It has been used. It was used on Sunday, and it was definitely used then. Before then, there's a bit of heavy use, especially at this end. But I've noticed that at Cornwall Park, that this end, the HB Showgrounds end, does take a bit of more damage than the One Tree Hill end, where they've just bowled from. Mara Ave will open up the bowling at the ASB Showgrounds end. The Cook Islands captain, now playing for Parnell, used to be from Cornwall. Played for United Cricket Club down in Manawatu, also played for Central Districts for a few games. 19 T20 internationals for the Cook Islands side. Here trying to get some match practice in for the 2026 Asia Pacific T20 World Cup qualifiers in Japan in May. Right arm round, as he's been doing all weekend. As they take a single, now they'll come back for 2. Can't say they're already rushing that one, but the throw was pretty decent. Cook Islands have suffered 2 defeats, one to the ACA Indians yesterday, and earlier this morning they lost to the ACA development side after being bowled out for 74, the last score in this Kuki Cup. Goes onto the back foot, does Karakaya Plays back to the bowler. That 2026 World Cup qualifying campaign in May in Japan is for the 2028 T20 World Cup. This one's cut away. Beats cover. Pretty hard on the edge of the block there like that. They get a single. Being held in Australia and New Zealand, that World Cup in 2028, because the next one is in February in India and Sri Lanka. So I swept off the pad through fine leg, and I'll pick up one, and it'll be runs. Last ball of the second over. Shoots this one through square leg. And there's a player down at deep square. 2 overs gone, 14 without loss. First ball of Tuddy's second over, it's 1 run. Oh, a dot, sorry. I was going to say surely that hit the pads. Bowled! Middle stump out of the ground. And the Indians lose their first wicket. It's 14 for 1. First time this tournament we've seen the pole go flat backwards. And Trev Katakaya has to go 10 off 11 deliveries as Neil Patel will walk to the crease. Neil Patel, the ACA Indians captain and wicketkeeper. Do apologise that this is on a different live stream link than originally planned. Good to have you wherever you're tuned in. Bevan Jenkinson of Beb's Broadcasting. Covering all 2026 Kuki Cup matches. And this one from Patel, played on the crease. Been in rich form has Neil Patel. Scored 80 in a T20 before Christmas. And 49 at Suburbs New Lynn in a one-dayer on both very difficult wickets. Scored a few runs at a quick pace. As this is onto the pads, half an appeal. They'll pick up a leg by to square leg. No, they'll pick up a run. Sounds as though Cody's finally made his way out of the pool and
I'll finish it over. You're all good.
about to score. Full, driven,
Shot.
beats cover,
This is over 3.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. No,
and they pick up 1.
Sweet.
One beer left and Tuddy's second over, 1 for 11. And this is just played to backward point from Neil Patel. 2 off the wicket. Oh, 2 off the over. And a wicket.
Ready?
16 for
No,
1.
you're good.
Mara Ave continuing at the ASB Showgrounds end. So this one's clipped through mid wicket. And some good fielding down that cow corner. They'll pick up 2. And for 7, 1 ball into his second over for Mara Ave. England 53 for 1, 130 behind in their second innings. This one a single down to wide long on. Slow one up and just through the hands of point. Unlucky. Not the easiest of chances. Neil Patel a bit disappointed in himself for the shot, but 1 more of the total. That top saying 25 degrees, good gentle breeze around, which you can hear on the flagpole as this one's chipped down. Long on comes round, and I'll pick up 2. Good fielding by that player down here. Had a bit of work to do this over. This one's back past Ave. And an easy field for that man at long on. 1 more to the total. Quick one, down leg, and can't beat the short fine leg. Ends the over 4 gone, 23 for 1. Tuddy continuing as Prayer Mystery up over mid wicket, 4 runs. Moves to 15 off 9. Just a bit short on his length there. Takes a step down the wicket, hit on the pads. And they'll pick up one leg by behind square. This one beats the 2-point fielders, and they'll come back for 3. Late signal, but 4 runs. Sorry, Kartik.
Oh, all good.
As Patel clips us off his legs down to deep square, pick up a single, moves to a runnable 7.
I'm just going to get something like that.
Full from Tari. Push through wide mid on, and it'll race away for 4 runs. Unfortunately, we don't have anything for the to fix the flagpole, folks, and as annoying as it may be to you, it is extremely frustrating for me. Especially being on the spectrum, those sort of little noises, especially continuous. Depending on the circumstances, I'm okay though. As Mystery slams us through wide mid on again, and back-to-back boundaries to finish the over. 33 overs, 1 for 28, and after 5 overs, 41 for 1.
Who scores and runs now?
Liam Denny from the ASB Showgrounds in the first change. 4 for 12 yesterday. Sorry, 4 for 13. Neil Patel goes up and over long off, and will bounce away for 4. And some rich fine form, as I said. Goes a little bit short on his length. Good response. Played to mid-wicket. Neil Patel coming into this match, 109 runs, an average of 27.25 and a strike rate of 173, best of 43 against ACA Development in Game 2 on Sunday. This goes full. Over pitched again. And just waiting for the signal. I believe it's 6. It is. There's 8-6 to go along with his 8-4s. Yeah, no, there's been a man down there for a while. His bails have fallen off, so it's dead ball. Thinking, what on earth's happened there? Because it was very lazy.
late.
Oh, no, just from the bowler and the batter. I think Neil just played it with one hand. So that brings up a great memory from last season. Eden Ross scored Prems against Birkenhead. Comes down the wicket, straight! Please don't hit my car, Neil. It's hit one, and it's 6. Samrat Singh's car and a spotted bowler with that one from Neil Patel. Could see even the salute from him. Goes shorter and wide. Good fielding there at point. And Neil will get a single. Reminder there'll be highlights highlights. No photos at the moment, sorry, until I can get my camera fixed. Posted to Bev's Broadcasting official Facebook page in the next week or so.
Buddy?
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of in the trajectory of mine, but mine's a bit further back.
Oh, I moved when I came back into the car park. I moved 10 rows back.
Oh,
Yeah, it's perfect. I should go now.
last ball of the over. Goes down the ground, players come up, and will be 2 bounces, 4 runs. Productive over, 21 off it. And it's 62 for 1. If you hadn't tuned in yesterday, it was Nathan Robinson who copped the ball from Max Clark. So the 2 times we've seen that a car be hit, it's been teammates. I was going to tell you the story about a memorable moment from last season. In Roskilde against Birkenhead City, where as the ball was bowled, the bails came off, and we weren't sure whether Brian Barnard, who was on strike and possibly was in a good position for Birkenhead. Oscar Taylor at the crease, and when I look back at the video, this one's down leg side and called wide. Brian had definitely stood on the stumps because it was windy like this, so we weren't sure that the players and umpires weren't sure whether the bails had come off before or not.
Did he trot on them?
Yeah, he trod them. The video showed him clearly trotting on them as Neil Patel would get a quick single to cover. Because of all of that, Brian had said he was going to smash the next ball, and if he got out, he got out, which is exactly what happened.
Oh.
Yeah. And I mean, if you don't know who Brian Barnard is, he is definitely someone who can take a game away from you.
Yeah.
With bat in hand. Is this one spooned straight to cover? Good diving catch. Prayer Mystery has to go. It is 64 for 2. Just didn't quite get it. It was a good low diving catch that was taken. Kalhan Chalu in at number 4 for the ACA Indians. 9 games for Hong Kong. 9 in T20 internationals for Hong Kong. Chris Weir. Excuse me, this one's down league side. Not sure if it's got a touch on it, but it will be 4. That's 4 runs. Yes, he did. Another local boy. He's only scored 22 runs in 4 innings. An average of 5.5 and a strike rate just over 73. Stats brought to you by Bev's Cricket Stats too on Facebook. So this is guided down to deep, backward point for 1. Patel waiting. Guys, this. Can he beat third man? Yes, he does. Good diving stop, though. Has been misfielded, but possibly saved 2 runs. They pick up 2. 1 ball left in the 7th. Prem Mystery now moved to 4th equal most runs this tournament with Max Clark. 103. This one's full. Push just past cover. Some good fielding there from Corey Dixon. Ends the over with a single. 7 gone, 71 for 2. Mara Ave to bowler's 3rd, none for 12. It's a full delivery and beats Neil Patel. He's played a few games for Auckland A as well. Full, back past Ave. They get a single. England 77 for 1. 106 behind Aussie in their second innings. So hunting for 2. But a good call of no on the second. Man in from Cal Corner, pretty quick. This one on one knee, down through, forward square leg, at 6 runs. Young Patel, 35 off 18. Just having a look at the New Zealand Cricket website in terms of Super Smash. Slow and full off the pads, and they'll come back for 2. Good running, good fielding though. Throw's pretty decent, and he was off the fence pretty quick. I knew Auckland Hearts had won yesterday. They won by 1 run.
Yeah.
Against Sparks.
The Sparks needed 2 off the last ball.
Oh, 2 off the last.
And cut the pad, missed it and stumping.
Oh, that's rough. So it's plenty to ground back at Arve. NZ 8th with the dot, 10 off it, 82 for 2. Well, I reckon the roughest result I've ever heard in cricket was a couple of seasons ago in the Premier 2-day comp between Parnell and Takapuna. Have you ever heard of an outright tie? Guessing from your facial expression, no, you haven't.
So tied first innings.
No. So Parnell dismissed Takapuna in their second innings. Well, well done, mate. That's Oscar again, isn't it? Yeah. So this is played to cover for a dot. Yeah, so Parnell dismissed Takapuna in their second innings with the scores tied, but with 5 minutes left in the day. And for the standard 10-minute turnaround, they couldn't come out and score 1 run to win.
Oh.
Never heard of it in my life until then.
That's unfortunate.
So singled down to long off. I think the worst individual one I've ever heard of, there was a Hamilton left arm spinner playing for Fraser Tech. He took 10 in the first innings, 5 in the second, and they lost outright in a 2-day game. So this one's guided from Neil Patel down to third man. Some good fielding there. And they'll turn down the second. I tend to remind him when I see him too. Hates it. I actually was there and was told by Hamilton Old Boys that he had 9 wickets. And I'm like, yeah, right. Didn't believe him. Yeah. Thought they were having me on. So this one's played to mid-wicket. So I was gutted I wasn't able to capture it with my photos and yeah. That day it was at Jansen number 1, if you know Hamilton cricket grounds. Wellington Blaze taking on the Central Hinds at the moment in Women's Super Smash. So this one down through wide mid on, and they should make 2 quite comfortably. They do. I read Wellington Blaze's score wrong. But Central Hinds batted first, made 154. And currently Wellington Blaze 27 for 1. Those games at the Sallow Basin Reserve in Wellington. So this one's into the pads. And quickly called through for a single. And a real lead by. Ends the ninth, 87 for 2. Wellington Firebirds will take on the Central Stags a bit later. 2 players from Wellington Firebirds, Muhammad Abbas and Yaya Zeb, both from Auckland. Both played originally from Eden Roskill. First ball of Liam Denny's new over. It's 2 wides. There's Neil Patel. Sorry. Going to say it looked like a Neil Patel shot, but for some reason I had Charlo on strike. This one's chipped to cover and the bounce. Just showing a photo from Summer Sling's car, sorry, and he's got a good dent. It's webbed quite a bit as well from Neil Patel's 6 earlier. As this is back past Denny, couldn't regather it in this follow through. And they'll settle for 1. England at lunch, 80 for 1, trailing by 103 on the third innings. What'd you say? 525 for a draw.
Dropped to 420.
Oh, 420 the draw, paying. This is played to point. I was thinking it can't be that high for long.
Yeah, bugger.
Only I was a betting man. I said that in the 2011 World Cup, Rugby World Cup, and I can't remember who scored the first try, but it was who I guessed it was going to be. I think it was Izzy Dag that scored the first try of the World Cup. Yeah. I had a random guess at it to myself. As this one is aerial. It's going to land safely though. Took the bottom hand off the bat, and they'll pick up 2 for his troubles. Kalhan Chalu moves to 11. 92 for 2. Chalu's highest score at this tournament, 13. As goes onto the back foot, places through forward square leg, and he'll proceed to score 213. Ends the over. I missed a ball. You got 94?
Yes.
Cool, I missed it not. And drinks here at 10 overs, 11 overs, sorry. It's 94 for 2. Do apologise, it's 10 overs gone. ACA Indians asked to bat earlier today. Next ball beats the deep backward square, another boundary. Chaki Watai at the One Tree Hill end. Single to Neil Patel, moves to 49, one ball left in the 11th. That might tell you why I was a bit distracted. Comes down the wicket, saw him coming. And they'll pick up one. Now that ends the 11th, 106 for 2. Paul Cummings into the attack at the ASB Showgrounds end. Right arm over and plays this one straight to cover. Just Kalhan Chalu on 15, his highest score this tournament. If you've got any thoughts, comments or questions, put them in the chat, folks. I'll get round to them when I see them. Full again. Put this down to long off for 1. Neil Patel on 49. Got another interesting stat for you, Cody, about Travis Head. Full toss, cut straight to point.
Was this him getting out between 150 and 175?
For how many times?
7?
7 times. Yeah. I mean, not to blow my own trumpet, I've been out, as this has been stopped at cover. I've been stopped 7 times for 25 runs, but, you know, difference is he's definitely not one in front of it. High score of 22 not out. Minus the game. Push this off the pads. And that'll be Neil Patel's 50. Coming off 31 balls. Smashed windscreen in there. 4 fours, 3 sixes at 38 minutes. Job half done, as they say, as this one's down to long on for 1. 3 singles off the over, pretty good from Paul Cummings. 109 for 2. That 50, the second fastest 50 of the tournament by balls. Brodie Harrison with 18 balls. Quickest by a long way. Oscar Taylor 1 for 14 in his 2 overs. Chalu 16 off 15. This one's off the pads to deep backward square. I'll take a single. There's actually a press conference of Travis said somebody's just sent me, but I did see it earlier, where he's asked what does he think, you know, being dismissed so many times.
I haven't seen.
And he basically said, well, I'll take all the runs I can get, but, you know, of course I want to score 200 if I can. This is 1 down to long off. Rinse and repeat for the third ball. Another single down to long off. There's this one. Back past the bowler. And fourth single of the over. Fired in at the legs. And it'll be 1 to the other side of the pitch. This time down to long on. Great to see people scattered around watching. I don't think you can see any on the screen, but there are definitely people here.
50 partnership.
50 partnership coming up, thanking you. This one's down to long off. All the ones in that over. 13 gone, 115 for 2. ACA Indians, two consecutive 50 partnerships between Prem and Mystery and Neil Patel for the second wicket. It was 50. This one with 51 unbeaten. This one's cut to point. Huge mix up. Couldn't gather cleanly. I think Mystery was coming regardless there. And credit to Neil Patel. Good to have Kimasama Matiti. I do apologise if I pronounced that wrong. Tuning in, supporting the Cook Islands. This one down the ground. Player there. Juggles it and hangs on. Down at long on. Kalhan Chalu has to go. It's 116 for 3. Kavi Minhas in at number 5, plays for Pakaranga. Cummings has his first wicket, 1 for 4. Rest day tomorrow. 2 games, 10:30 and 2:30 on Friday. Saturday, there's one more round robin game left. And then at 3 p.m, the final of the 2026 Kuki Cup. Played between the ACA Development, ACA Indians and Cook Islands men. It's on the outside edge. And tell you what, that wasn't too far away from Pickering. They get a single. Already seen at this tournament how quick he is behind the stumps, James Pickering. Neil Patel full toss. And we'll get one down to long off. You can tell how good a surface is by how well it bounces, and that one, bunny hop basically. So if you could surface this one at Cornwall Park or Cornwall Cricket Club, Kieran Tamaki Makato. Kavi Minhouse plays this one confidently. Half thought of 2, but they'll stick with 1. Working farm around here. There's a good walk up to the monument. The top of One Tree Hill, one of the tallest mountains in Auckland. Good 3/4 of an hour walk, depending on your pace. Full toss, leg side, through fine leg. Didn't get all of it, but it's still 4. First boundary in the last couple of overs. 1, 2, 3 for 3 after 14. Tiaki Watai, while a second Minhouse goes back in his crease and places back at him. None for 12. This one played off the pads down to mid wicket for another single. Short whip round from Neil Patel. Helps himself to the right of mid wicket. It's 4 runs. It's more to the left, but the player's right. Patel 63 off 38. Slow and full. And they'll get a single to long on. Good to see people have tuned in. Given the earlier issues, this one over mid wicket's head and the gazebo at 6 runs. Minhouse getting in on the action, moves to 9 off 5. 37 runs in this tournament, average of 18.5, only batted in 2 innings. Healthy strike rate though of 148. The fifth best strike rate, having faced 10 balls or more. That's coming into this game, I should say. Neil Patel in 4th. As this one swatted down to long on for 1. Minhouse will keep the strike. 15 gone, 136 for 3. of 8, none for 22 in his 3 overs to bowl his last. Manhas just gets a full toss. Plays this down to mid-wicket for 1. Neil Patel cuts this away, beats cover. There is a player down there though. I'll take single. This one through square leg and just the single. I was just showing Cody the video of Andrew Flintoff. I think it's in BBL 04, the season's BBL 15, of Andrew Flintoff, Freddie Flintoff singing Elvis Presley's In the Ghetto on the Boundary. Might push for 2. Patel's interested. Manhas not though. So just the 1. Being an amazing cricketer, he actually can belt out that song very well. Unlike another singing effort I should play for you, Cody. Quick one, shorter. Down to Cal Corner. And another single. 1 ball left in the 16th. Pulled round, bit of a bottom edge. And I'll get a single to find league for 1. Another over of all singles. 142 for 3 after 16. So this is Liam Denny's third over. It starts with a full 1 down to backward point for 1. Manas on 13. Here's a play and a miss. And stumped. James Pickering, his second stumping of the tournament. Quick hands. And it's 143 for 4. Rajat Chaudhary, the new batter at the crease. I thought maybe Neil Patel might need a new bat.
Pardon?
So 2 Eden Roskill players at the crease. Chaudhry's played 1 Ranji Trophy game for Rajasthan back in 2019, the Indian first class competition. Just clips us through the artificial pitch and they get a single. England have resumed after lunch. They're 79 for 1. After 17 overs, going at 4.7s, trail by 103. Gets a wide one past point. And they're going to come back for 2. Some good fielding down below the balcony there to restrict it to only 2. How many 2s have we had in this innings actually? I don't think there's been a lot. 9. Okay, now that must be 9 2s rather than 9 runs from 2s, because that doesn't make sense. As Patel clips us off his legs through to mid wicket for 1. Friday morning, 10:30, ACA Development taking on ACA Indians. He's cut away from Chaudhry. Good fielding at third man. And they'll take 1. Bowler managed to get something on it to prevent it rolling away for an overthrow. 148 for 4 after 17. Yes, that's Friday morning. As I said, tomorrow is a rest day. Then Friday afternoon, ACA Development taking on the Cook Islands. Saturday morning at 10:30, ACA Indians taking on Cook Islands. And then the final at 3 p.m. Oscar Taylor changing ends. Starts with a dot. Now at the ASB Showgrounds end, or the northern end. One for 20 in his 3 overs. The sight screen's just been asked to be moved. Left arm over the wicket to the right hander. It goes down on one knee. Player going back, watches it over his head, and it's a big 6. Over long off. Don't think he quite got all of it, but definitely with the wind. Chaudhry 8 off 4. Neil Patel at the other end, 71 of 45. Full and misses out. Good delivery from Oscar Taylor. Fired it in the block hole. Half a stump over. Could have seen Chaudhry walking back. Next one into the block hole again, but worked off his pads. Player there at mid wicket, and they're happy to come back for 2. Choju waiting. Full toss, low full toss down the ground. And Neil Patel pretty happy to come back to the non-striker's end, the danger end, for another double. One ball left in the 18th. One ball from here is 171. This one clipped behind square leg. And won't make the boundary. And they've picked up 2. Some good fielding down there. He must have just pulled it in off the rope. 2 to go. 160 for 4. Liam Denny does some very good fielding off his first ball. Prevents a single. One for 34 in his 3 overs. This time at the One Tree Hill end. Just be one lone tree that's set up the top of the hill, hence the name. As Patel goes towards the mid wicket, straight into the seat. And 6 runs. You got chopped down in the early 2000s, did the One Tree up the hill there. If you've never been to Cornwall Park, there's plenty of trees around though. On one of these hills here, there's a bench seat, like the one that just got hit there. Full good response, straight to point. Ave does the fielding. 1 more to the total. Neil Patel moves to 78. Yeah, one of the bench seats, I believe. Cody, it's one of these ones.
That one?
Over here, that's...
The right-hand one with the 2 up on the
it's the right-hand one?
Yeah.
It's like you almost knew what I was going to say.
For Hogan.
For Hogan.
Yeah.
Martin Crowe.
I send the younger kids up there to warm up for coaching.
Oh, fair enough. Single just off the block there. Do you know why he was called Hogan?
No idea.
Hogan's Heroes. He loved watching Hogan's Heroes.
He was well before me.
Yeah, well, it was kind of before me too. But
I met him once down here.
no, I met Paddy, Mark Greatbatch.
What's his signature?
One moment.
One to the batting side, 5 runs. Honestly.
I'll come back to that in a moment. Neil Patel down the ground. And I'll come back for 2. So there's actually been awarded 5 penalty runs. We're unsure of what has happened there, but the 5 runs have gone to the ACA Indian side. Might have a quick discussion with the umpires. Pure curiosity It's-
What time was first ball bowled?
there'll be a quick single. 19 overs gone. ACA Indians are 176 for 4. Don't forget to add those extra 5 runs. Here's Neil Patel's the first ball of the last over is a swing and a miss. Neil Patel back of the crease, pushes this straight onto the artificial and races away for 4 and gets away from one of the spectators down there. It's 4 runs. 180 for 4. Neil Patel moves to 85. 90 not out is the highest score scored by Max Clark yesterday, who also hit a car. He gets the bottom edge, pushes this through backward square leg, and I'll come back for an easy 2. I did, before all that, I was mentioning about Paddy. If you don't know who Paddy is, Martin Crow's great mate, Mark Greatbatch, I've met a couple of times.
Oh, yeah.
So one of the last times I was out here commentating. This one's flat batted down the ground. There was a player there, and Jared Tuddy's flown over the stumps, and I'll pick up 2. And Paddy and Dion Usher were playing a charity game on number 3, and I was commentating Last Man Stands and asked Dion if he wanted to come and commentate for a bit, and he did. It was awesome. And Mark Greatbatch walked past. As this one's down the ground, player there, it'll bounce in front of him, and they're going to come back for 2. Some good running. Neil Patel moves to 91, highest score of the tournament. And I said to Mark, are you ready for warm-ups, are you? And he shaked his cooler bag, and all he could hear was clonk, clonk, clonk with bottles in it. And this is only a couple of years ago, I mean, so fair enough to him. Last ball of the innings. Slower ball from Tuddy, good decision. It'll be a single to deep square leg. Ends the innings, and ACA Indians 187 for 4. I'm going to change that score in a moment, folks. But yes, 5 penalty runs coming in there. It'll be a 20-minute break for the change of innings I've just heard. I'll be back at around 3:38. Alright, welcome back. Cook Island chasing 188 to win Game 6 of the 2026 Kuki Cup. First ball is a dot. Good line and length. Two big talking points about the ACA Indians innings. Neil Patel's 92 not out, the highest score, new highest score for this tournament, involving which it also became made sure that the top two highest scorers, as this is off the pads, is it? It's a dot. Don't flick the pads on the way through. Two highest scores at this tournament.
It's too warm. I had to grab one.
Has involved the batter hitting one of their teammates' cars. This time Samarath Singh, who's bowling, probably a little bit angry about it, smashed windscreen just at the bottom in the middle. The other talking point is there was 5 penalty runs given. Which I'll get to in a second. And short of length, they're going to punch a quick single. Good running. Good positive start. Mara Ave off the mark. And it was for the substitute fielder coming onto the field and not notifying an umpire, and then fielded the ball. So that's what the 5 penalty runs that were given. Law 24.4, you said, Cody?
Sorry?
Was it 24.4?
Yeah.
Can't say I'd heard of it, but no, umpires are all over it. Paani Vailoa just scored some runs this morning. Tugs a bit away on that one. England 92 for 2 in their second innings, trailing Australia by 91 runs. Bangs into the pitch and comes forward and plays at it. This is out, just dragged the length back a little there, did Samarath. Bowling at the One Tree Hill end. Here's a random one for you, Cody, since you're a local. U2's Joshua Tree, which is the biggest selling album.
Who?
U2, the band U2, Bono.
Heard of it.
Ends the over, single off the first over of the second innings. It's one without loss. Glad we've corrected things there. Is Daman Bharti opening from the ASP Showgrounds in? Yeah, well, Joshua Tree is one of their biggest, I think it's the biggest selling album. And there's a song on that album called One Tree Hill. Bono touring, or U2 touring New Zealand in the 80s, and Bono couldn't sleep one night, and one of the roadies took him around the city late at night on his motorbike, and then later on was killed. The roadie was killed, not Bono obviously, but and they dedicated the song One Tree Hill because that's part where they went up to. But he left arm over and played Ave. Well, punch a quick single might have gone if it had hit, but can't say that the throw was very accurate. Ave's in Cook Islands total doubles to 2. band where the streets still have no name, and they haven't found what they're looking for after about 40 years. Some of the songs, some of the most well-known songs, streets with no names and still haven't found. Goes big, goes up and over mid-on. Wide mid-on it is, couple of ounces, 4 runs. Positive cricket there from Paani Vailoa. See what stats I can pull up about that album. Correction, it's called The Joshua Tree. Released in 1987. Bowled! Middle stump, pig back. Barty has a wicket. And Paani Vailoa has to depart. 6 for 1. Meant to see the new batterers. Yeah, so that album, as I said, has One Tree Hill, With or Without You. I still haven't found what I'm looking for, Where the Streets Have No Name. I actually didn't realise they're all on that same album. But
Oh, there you go. Parima.
Oe Parima, and at number 3. So, awards-wise, it won Grammy Award for their Album of the Year, and also Best Rock Performance by Duo or Group with Vocals. It has sold 25 million copies. Yeah, that's what I mean. But it is actually their biggest selling, but also one of the biggest selling albums.
Yeah.
Do you know what the biggest selling album of all time is?
Something from the Beatles.
Nope.
Ooh.
Very well known album and song from the 80s. I'd almost fall off my seat if you've never heard of this song, let alone the artist.
Is it a Neil Diamond song?
Nope. Love myself, but Neil Diamond, no. This one's full through the keeper, half an appeal. Thriller.
Oh, okay, there we go.
As I said, I'd fall off my seat if you'd never heard of the song.
Oh.
Yeah. Michael Jackson. Eagles' greatest hits are up there. Queen's greatest hits volume 1, I think. Bowled! Buddy hits 2 and 3 balls played across the line. Parima, and it's 6 for 2. Corey Dixon walks to the crease at number 4. Ball left in the second. Yes. Michael Jackson's Thriller in 1982 estimated sales around 70 million copies. Last ball of the over, swing and miss. Great over there from Damambadi. I won't complain. Even Roscoe Boy, 6 for 2 after 2. Funny enough, the Eagles' greatest hits between 71 and 75, and I mean, basically their big songs are in there. Around 41 million copies in the US alone.
Oh.
Third is Back in Black, with over 30 million certified copies by ACA. One of my first rock music groups I listened to was ACA. So I'm going to sing to continue. Clipped off the leg through Ford Square Leg. And they'll get 1. Ave moves to 3. And then apparently, I would never have guessed this one. At number 4, Come On Over by Shania Twain and Led Zeppelin 4. Both tied with over 30 million certified copies, and another brilliant band that I absolutely love, Fleetwood Mac. Their biggest selling album, Rumours, of over 30 million copies. There's some random information for you Wednesday afternoon. Samuel Singh goes full. Back at him, no problem, on the bounce. Yeah, when you're commentating so often by yourself. I mean, I've always been like this. I've always gone with the rant. Yeah, the UPIs we call them, useless pieces of information. Come quiz time, though, I'm shocking. Still think the best question I've ever seen in a quiz is this one. Through wide mid off, and we'll race away for 4. It's a mastermind sports question. And the first question is, what shaped ball do they play in wheelchair rugby? And one of the options was none. Have you ever seen wheelchair rugby?
No.
No? Okay, I'm going to play a video for you because you need to watch it.
They do play the rugby ball now?
No.
Oh.
This one's full, straight to cover. Now it's rugby by name only. Originally called Murderball. Not by nickname, it was literally called Murderball. Oscar-nominated documentary by the same name, covering the USA and Canada's route to the 2004 Paralympics. The best thing about that documentary is at the end, when the credits say Canada beat the US in the semi-finals of the Athens Paralympics. Yes, this one's guided to backward point, and they're on with the shot. Actually, they'll come back for 2. No, Dixon was backing up too far. But then Canada went on to lose to 6th ranked New Zealand, the All Blacks. Only time at either Paralympics or Worlds that the All Blacks have won the gold medal. Short, slow, pulled round, over the deck, backward square, 4 runs. Ten off it, good over for the Cook Islands. 16 for 2 after 3.
The new hunting range has dropped in Macca's with the
Yes, have a look at these hits. When the sad finishes. Most of these hits here are legal in wheelchair rugby. It's my 16th year in the sport.
So can you intentionally like roll them?
Yep. Darwin Buddy to continue at the ASB Showgrounds end. Mostly played by quadriplegics. You're going to have a loss of function at least 3 or 4 limbs. Drives outside off and misses out. And that guy's just fallen by himself.
Yeah, I saw that one.
It's one of the most popular team sports at the Paralympics. Basically, the aim of the game, if someone's got the ball, and you can actually hit them off the ball as well, smash them. So this one's down the ground, along the carpet here at Cornwall Cricket Club. It's 4. Yeah, it is a very brutal game. Once I find where did I put my mouse? If you're interested, go to YouTube, search Wheelchair Rugby Big Hits. There's plenty of videos out there. They've got the ball, and if you hit them in front of the axle and spin them, turn over.
What?
There's a slow ball from Barty. It's deceived everybody. And they get through for 1 bye. Behind the axle and spin them, you end up in the bin.
Oh, so you have to like come from a certain
Yeah.
spot, right?
It's 90% of the game's played off ball. It's very tactical and trying to place, put your...
Or like, can you shadow?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can hit players without the ball.
Can you?
Yep.
Oh.
It's a mix
Can
of...
you use your hands to flip them?
No.
No? You
No.
have to like keep your hands in.
You're on your wheels, pushing.
Okay.
I did have someone a couple of years ago. This one drives through cover.
Got it.
No player on the boundary. 4 runs. Some good positivity being shown here by the Cook Islands national men's team, warming up for the 2026 Asia Pacific T20 World Cup qualifiers in Japan. A little bit slower and fuller from Barty. It's actually short of a length compared to the previous ball. It's mixed gender as well. Females play with males.
Is it? Oh.
Yep. There are 4 players on a court, generally two attackers and 2 defenders. Full, and they'll pick up a single down to mid off. 26 for 2 after 4. Quite often it actually gets confused with wheelchair basketball. But if you ever look, the biggest thing is wheelchair basketball is played with hoops and a basketball.
Yeah, true.
Contact's not quite at the same level. Backsway goes Ave. He'll move to 13 with that single to mid-wicket. Bit of a juggle down there. See that those 2 benches that are on screen, someone's sitting on. The one on the left did get clobbered by the ball at one point, but nobody was sitting there at the time. England have just gone past the 100 mark, 103 for 2. Here's Imran Patel, diving effort, can't pull it in. Third man, fine leg up inside the circle. 2 points forward and back. This one swept. And great attempt at deep backward square leg, sorry. I think he got there to it, but put it down. What an effort that was. Absolutely seen some speckies in this tournament so far. This is only game 6. 4 of 15 wickets in the first match today were caught bowls. Backs away, and Corey Jackson will pick up a single, moves to 11. 30 for 2. 2 balls left in the 5th. So appeal for LBW. And the finger goes up. And it's 30 for 3. Ave departs for 14. And Umang Patel has his first of the game as Liam Denny walks out to the crease. One ball left in the 5th. Umang Patel's first. And bowled! Middle stump, peg back. Kept low, tried to go on the back foot. And Denny has to depart first ball. 30 for 4 after 5. Raja Chaudhry up and over, forward point. And I'll pick up 2. Had a fine spell with the ball yesterday. Picking up 4 for 26 against the Cook Islands. Backs away, cuts down to, pushes this down to mid-off, sorry. Fuller. And just played into the block. Goes aerial, up and over, cover, just lands safely. And there's been a bit of misfielding down there and they'll pick up 2 runs. This one's flicked off the pads. Chaudhry does the fielding shot. And it gone. Run out this time. Some great fielding from Rajat Chaudhry.
Hey?
Umang Patel starting his second over, and they'll start with a single down to long on. Oscar Taylor will be on strike to face his first ball. Corey Dixon 16 off 17 deliveries. This is going to be a dot ball to extra cover. Fired down leg, Pelf caught behind, but seems as though it might have brushed something. Big thanks to Devesh and Kieran for standing in this game, as well as the morning's game and the other umpires. Devesh was here yesterday as well. This one just jagged into the ground to backward point and a misfield ensures a safe front single.
I had the run out wrong.
All good. Short. And brilliant fielding. Stops the single there at mid wicket. Diving save. Who is it? Prem. I was like, I know he batted because I saw the number 1 on his back. Prem, mystery local boy. Playing for Cornwall. This is to point.
Just got one to.
Roger, Joe Dree to continue. None for 4 from his 1 over, but did manage to get a run out of some good fielding. A reminder there'll be highlights posted to Bears Broadcasting official Facebook page in a week or 2. I'll try and get onto them ASAP of all matches. I did start some on Monday. Shows you right arm round. Bowled! Played on! Tried to back away and cut and found the bottom edge. It's 36 for 6. Jared Tuddy in at number 8, wearing 99 on his back. I'll tell that story off here, Katie, because it really is not a good story of mine. As I've said all tournament, most of my stories involve me with egg on my face. This one really does. Jared Tuddy from the Greerton Club in Bay Plenty. This is off the pad. It's a dot ball. Down leg side, this will be wides. And will be 3 wides, 2 ran. This one quicker from Chaudhry, but it's missed everything. Teddy seems disappointed in himself.
They're missing the wides.
Still one left and Chaudhry's over.
Oh,
39 for 6 after 7 overs. I'll comment it. Swing and a miss. Appeal for stumping, but not out. Singraha from the University Club comes down the wicket. Does Dixon, and they pick up 1. Dixon moves to 17, 42 for 6. Bowled out for 74 earlier today against ACA Development. Can they go past that? Tasting 188. This one's clipped off the legs. Damon Barty does the fielding. Yeah, short fine leg for 1.
That was good. They cut the second one.
Hang on. This one pulled round to mid wicket for 1.
Both of them go.
Big mix up down there. 6 runs. Almost a collision. Did not look pretty. This one's down to mid wicket for 1. Ends the 9th, 49 for 6. Local boy for Cornwall, Kartik Banerjee, at the bowling crease for the ACA Indians at the Asby Showgrounds end. A reminder, you can watch these games back often as you like, even actually while the live stream's going. There'll be highlights posted to Beth's Broadcasting official Facebook page in coming days. Kartik Banerjee has best figures of none for 22 against ACA Development Game 2 on Sunday in this tournament. Here's a start with a dot. There's Banerjee not happy in his run up there. Yeah, well, my complaint is I actually don't drink beer, I drink RTDs. But no RTDs that I like are here.
What
So,
RTDs do you
Jim
for?
Beam,
Oh,
Woodstock, Jack Daniels.
Just
yeah.
bourbon. Have a
Bourbon-
rum special.
Sorry?
A rum special?
I didn't realise it was
Is
a
that
rum
out of
special.
a mug and it's a double shot of rum and coke?
This one full, outside dot, edge down through, backward point, diving, can't pull it in, it's 4. Actually, had dinner across the road at Lone Star, Alexandra Park. Here's the question, because none of my mates could work this out, other than for the trotting and that. What else? What other sporting club does Alexandra Park host?
None.
Yep, there is.
Is there?
There's a single out to deep cover. And the inner track, if you're at Lone Star, on the inner track on the other side, to the left, there's a couple of goalposts.
Is there?
Rugby goalposts, I should point out.
Alexandra.
Park. Yep.
Are you not mistaking that for Carlton?
Nope.
Serious? Is there a club?
The Blues headquarters.
Oh, that's out the back of it, yeah.
Yeah, and
So
that
it backs onto it.
this one down the ground, too long off for one. No, they train in the inner. They train in the inner part of the track.
I've never realised that.
If you look, there's 2 goalposts. They're not really 100 metres. Blues headquarters is further out the back as
off
well.
The back of my beak,
Yeah.
yeah. Damn. Because you hardly even get the trots there now. You don't.
Yeah, I've
trots
noticed.
at Ellerslie.
Yeah. Bow! Top of off! Neville Patel sums that one up brilliantly. OMG, it was slow. I think Jared Tully unfortunately probably had about 4 times to have a go at it. He's missed it. Hit his 55 for 7. Wicket fell at the end of the over. 55 for 7 after 10. Sorry, there is one ball in the over. I didn't want to change that. It's Chiaki Wartai. There's one ball left in the 10th to face. It'll be interesting to see whether we do have a drinks break after 10. We did in the first innings. Comes down the wicket. Cross-legged. Plays this through mid-wicket. Doesn't matter how you do it. It's what goes in the scorebook. And it's 4 runs. Banerjee 1 over 1 for 10. And it's 59 for 7 after 10. Singh Roha's first ball of the second over, and the players run underneath it and tipped it over the fence for 4. Right arm round to the left-hander. They'll punch a single to cover. Flicks off the pads. Does Dixon for 1. Sorry, this is Dixon. Let's get a single out to the cover sweeper for 1. Talking about fielding performance, I know there was a last man stands game I played and I dropped about 4 sitters and then took this absolute screamer. Goes after this, player coming in, don't think he'll get there, just bounces about a metre in front. I take 1, and being typical last man stands, you got the overlaps, and this player on the other field just went, oh, what on earth. Only Bevan could drop 4 sitters and take that one.
Just the way that the rubbish games go.
Oh, yeah. This one's some good fielding there, especially just off the artificial. It's a dot. 11 gone, 67 for 7. As this one's fired down leg and called wide. very late on this one, raw tie, but still survives the next ball. Actually, I told Nick about my the last time I broke a bone playing cricket. Playing last man stands. Only game I got to play that season. Tuesday before Christmas. And very late on again, Ortai's just having a moment to himself. Batting with the guy in the last over, and he got hit, not wearing protection. Yep. Took a moment or three to regather himself. He carried on playing. Bowled as well. I bowled 2 very rubbish overs. Gets an outside edge on this one, jams the bat down on it. Third man on the boundary restricts it to 1. Do the long barrier cover. Everyone goes to the ball hit you, and I go, no. Felt it, knew it, heard it, was broken.
So what was?
My ankle.
Oh, real?
Yep.
Damn.
So I hobble off with a broken ankle. This guy's still playing. Catch up with this team because I was only filling in the new year. He had ruptured a certain part of his male's anatomy. Still playing 3 months later.
Jesus.
This one down the ground, hit hard and strong, 4 runs. Yeah, as I say, most of my stories end with me with egg on my face. And it was quite funny because I told a male and a female co-worker, and the male co-worker goes, "What do you mean he got hit?" And the female turns around and goes, "Where do you think he got hit?" Leave it up to people's imagination to fill that blank in. Slow ball, very well disguised there from Banerjee. Played out to cow corner, where there was 1. Did see the cows at the fence at one point today, but they've disappeared again. You can see a couple off in the background. Outside edge, and it'll be a single again to third man. Ends the 12th, 75 for 7. Reverse comes out, misses out on first ball. Fuller whips through forward square leg, and I'll pick up 1. Big thanks to the Cook Islands main sponsors, Maritime Cook Islands and the N21 South Group. Back of the length, cut away to deep point for 1. And they're going to pick up a second on the overthrow. Neil Patel's not very happy. Took my eyes off it, so not too sure where that exactly went. Next one hit straight to point, and the 8th wicket goes 77 for 8. Cook Islands have gone past their score this morning.
Was a dot one.
First ball to Tiaki Riverua is a dot. Extra cover. 1 ball left in the 13th. So big thanks to Nick Taylor and his crew for hosting us here at Cornwall Park. Cornwall Cricket Club is mid-on, takes a very good catch, going back and off to his right. And at the end of the 13th, it is 78 for 9. Priya Mystery with the catch as Paul Cummings walks out to bat. Umang Patel changing ends.
You're on the fastest route despite some traffic.
Some people are trying to leave here even before the game's finished. Sorry about that. Just checking the drive time back to Pyro. Is gone. All over. Neil Patel gets another stumping. Cook Islands have been dismissed for 78. ACA Indians win this by 109 runs and 41 balls. Umang Patel finishes with 3 for 6. Player of the match will go to Neil Patel for his 92 not out at the start. Tomorrow it's a West Day or a rest day, depending on how you want to perceive that. And we'll be back on Friday morning at 10:30 with ACA Development taking on ACA Indians at 10:30, and then at 2:30 ACA Development taking on the Cook Islands. Until then, folks, take care out there. Look after yourselves. Please look after your mental health. England 127 for 3. Still needing another 56 runs to make Australia bat again. Thanks again to Maritime Cook Islands and 21 South Group for their sponsorship. Again, big thanks to Cody's School today. And we'll see you again on Friday morning, 10:30 a.m. Cheers, mate.
Sorry, I've
No,
got
you're
my
right. No.